Hello, everyone. It is me, Danielle Geometry. You become a queen of real estate, and thank you for joining me for today's and this week's Tuesday tip at 2. Listen, as promised, I'm talking about today what do you need? What exactly do you need to apply for a commercial lease space? What do you need? So, for all of those who are entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, and you are looking to expand, you're looking for a space for your business to sell your products, to bring your clients to open a store, to run a daycare. Um, what's that? I was going to say a laundry, but not laundry, cleaners. To open a cleaners, I'm going to let you know what you need to go search. So, what I need you to do first, though, is to like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Listen, if you are a family member, a friend, and you know that they're interested in expanding their business and to stepping out and finding an actual space for their business, they need to watch this. So you need to send it to them. You need to be a good friend or family member and send it on over to them. So let's dive right on into it. So here are some of the things that you are going to need when you go to apply for a lease space. Okay. It's important to know because you want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row, have it all together, whether it's, you've been in business for a while and you're trying to get a bigger space, or you maybe have a home-based business and you're trying to have, get it into an actual business space. These are the things you need to know. Please, I want to preface this by saying that you need to be empowered to understand that you can negotiate. You can negotiate. And I'm going to tell you what things you may be able to negotiate. Okay. So, number one, okay, you need to know and have proof of the name of your business, your current business address, and how long you've been at that address. I would mainly say you need to have your EIN. That is a great thing. A lot of times when people are looking to when they're renting out commercial spaces, they just want to see proof of your EIN, make sure that it is an actual business. A lot of the times, now I do want to also say and preface all of this by saying that what landlords of commercial spaces are looking for, it varies, right? May have, and that is similar to residential landlords, right? So a lot of times it varies what they're looking for. Some may require more, some may require next to nothing. So it really, and that's the thing about when you're a landlord and you're renting out space, it's really subject to kind of, okay, well, what is their specific requirements? Now, most of this will be the same for most people and it'll kind of carry over. But this is kind of give you a general rule so you don't have any surprises, but some may require less and some may require more. Okay. So I do want to say that. Um, you want to also have available previous addresses, if any, for other landlords. Okay. So references for other places you have been to. Also, in a vein of references, you want to maybe have credit references, personal references, things of that nature. Okay. You want to be able to have something that shows the nature of your business, how long you've been in operation. You want to make sure you have your contact, and this will be on the actual application. You putting down the company owners and things like that. If you're using an LLC, you want to have the specific owners in that LLC's information. Okay, driver's license, the proof of identity, which is a driver's license. Some may require a social security number and all those things, and I'll go into why. You want to make sure you have the information for your bank, your bank for your businesses. You want to make sure you have that. phone number, address. You want to, what you may be required to supply. This will happen in the background check, where they will look to see if you have breached a lease or failed to pay rent, right? Any bankruptcies, whether and sometimes they'll look at that not just from a business standpoint, but especially if you're first starting out, you have not built your business yet or your business credit, they're going to look at your personal history, right? So that's something to really consider. I know times past, I have taken clients out and they may have had, they want to, start the business and their personal credit history is not the best, right? But that's all they can use because they're just starting out their business, right? So those are things to consider. They may, if you're just starting your business, you may not have any business credit, so they're going to look at your personal credit. So you want to make sure the higher the better, right? You want it to be in probably I would say 650, which is kind of the standard for a residential rental. Yes, that's what I want to say. A residential rental, or higher. And again, that's subject to the landlord what they prefer. They're going to require a background check, and that usually comes with a fee. $35, $50, $75. I've seen if it's high as $100. So just be aware of that. You want to make sure you have a balance sheet, income, proof of income, or business plan. Okay. Again, if you're just starting out in your business, they're probably going to require you to submit your personal income, right? They might even require you to submit what you're paying in mortgage or rent, right? To see if you can even afford to also pay the lease for your business, right? With the income that you have. They may require bank statements to see if you have savings, if you can pay for the whole lease, 3 months of the lease, 6 months, those kinds of things. They're going to look, this is attached to your background check. They're going to look to see if you've ever been, again, evicted or declared bankruptcy, any lawsuits against your company, particularly against the landlord. So these are some of the things that they're going to look for or that you'll need to have ready to prepare. Okay. One of the things you want to make sure you know is your lease terms and how long you want to rent a space. Is it going to be 3 months, 6 months, a year? Also, you want to know what type of commercial lease you're getting into, right? There are 3 different ones. One is a full service lease. The rent for this type of lease includes everything: taxes, repair costs, maintenance fees, and utilities. So there are no surprises later on. There is number 2, something called a net lease. There are several types of net leases which differ in what expenses the tenants cover. While the rent is lower for the tenant in each case, the net lease still isn't as tenant friendly as a full service lease. And then the third is a modified gross lease. With this type of lease, the landlord pays for the maintenance and utilities, but you, as a tenant, are responsible for part of the property, taxes, and common area fees. Of course, you want to probably get the full service lease, which includes everything. So those are things that you have to, be mindful of when when you do apply for a lease, and if you do get, chosen to have a lease drawn up for that commercial property. All right. So those are the things you need. I hope that helps you. And listen, if you're interested in getting a lease, a commercial lease, go down there, book.djmrealtyco.com, and I would love to help you if you're interested in any residential properties or selling a residential property. I could certainly help with that as well. And listen, thank you so much for joining me for today's and this week's Tuesday Tip of 2. Remember, there's no place like home, no place like home buying. And I will see you next time where I'm going to go over what's needed for a commercial property purchase. So we're going to move on from leasing and we're going to graduate to buying a commercial property. We'll talk about it. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.